You are listening to Passport Talks, a podcast on how to become a true cosmopolitan, how to travel the world without visas, create a safe haven for your family, and access top-notch education and healthcare with a second passport or residency.
All right, golden passports, golden visas. It seems like everybody's talking about this travel freedom, tax advantages, even a sense of security in uncertain times.
Yeah.
So what are the best options are out there?
Well, it's interesting because, you see all sorts of people interested in these programs. Some people are just looking for a plan B.
Right.
Others are seeking investment opportunities or lifestyle enhancements. It's a global market, Caribbean to Europe and beyond.
Okay, so let's start with the basics. What exactly are golden passports and golden visas?
Well, think of golden passports as the express lane to citizenship. It's formally known as Citizenship by Investment, or CBI. And it basically lets you acquire full citizenship in a country just by making a substantial financial contribution.
So it's like a fast track.
Yeah, exactly. Golden visas, on the other hand, are more about residency. It's a route to living in a country, often with the possibility of eventually applying for citizenship if you meet certain requirements. This is also known as residency by investment.
Okay, so golden passport equals instant citizenship. Golden visa equals residency first, with the potential for citizenship later on.
Exactly.
Got it. Now, you mentioned that there are options all over the world. Let's start with what sounds like the most intriguing option, Vanuatu.
Okay.
What makes their golden passport program stand out?
Well, Vanuatu's program is known for its speed and affordability.
Right.
We're talking about a processing time as short as 1 month with a minimum investment starting at $130,000.
A month. That's faster than renewing a driver's license in some places.
It is remarkably efficient. And here's a unique twist. One of the investment options is a renewable energy fund focused on coconut oil.
Coconut oil, that's not what I expected to hear.
It's certainly a distinctive option.
Okay.
Now, shifting our focus to the Caribbean, we see a real hotspot for golden passport programs.
Okay.
5 nations in this region offer such programs: Dominica, Antigua and Barbuda, St. Lucia, Grenada, and St. Kitts, and Nevis.
5. That's a lot of competition.
It is.
What are the key differences between their programs?
Well, they all offer similar benefits, such as visa-free travel to over 145 countries and attractive tax regimes. Minimum investments start from $200,000. Grenada stands out with a unique perk. It offers a pathway to a U.S. visa through the E2 visa program.
That's a significant advantage for anyone looking to do business in the U.S.
Yes.
But are there any downsides to these Caribbean programs?
Some of them require you to hold on to any real estate purchased for a specified period before selling.
Okay.
It's a detail worth noting as you compare options.
Good point. So we've got the Caribbean covered. What other notable golden passport countries are out there?
Well, Turkey is worth considering.
Okay.
With its relatively affordable real estate investment option and potential access to a 5-year Schengen visa, allowing travel within many European countries.
Right.
Then there's Jordan, which boasts a quick processing time of around 3 months and offers visa-free access to destinations like Australia and India.
That's a diverse mix of benefits. Any other hidden gems to be aware of?
North Macedonia is an interesting case.
Okay.
It provides access to the Schengen area without requiring full EU membership.
Oh, interesting.
And Egypt offers a range of investment options, including access to tax-free zones for businesses.
So many possibilities. But I'm curious, what about those seeking the ultimate in travel freedom?
Right.
Is there a golden passport option for the most powerful passports in the world?
For those in pursuit of top-tier global mobility, Austria's Golden Passport program is often considered the gold standard. Their passport is incredibly strong, granting visa-free travel to over 170 countries.
That's almost the entire world. But I imagine such a powerful passport comes with a hefty price tag.
You're absolutely right. The investment required for Austria's program ranges from 2 to 10 million euros, and the processing time can take 2 to 3 years.
Wow. So we're talking about a serious commitment, both financially and in terms of time.
Absolutely.
Okay. Now let's shift gears and explore the world of golden visas. You mentioned earlier that these programs are popular for those seeking residency first. With the potential for citizenship later, what are some of the most sought-after golden visa programs out there?
Portugal's Golden Visa program remains a popular choice.
Okay.
Even after recent changes to the program, while real estate purchases are no longer a direct pathway,
Okay.
Investment fund options are still available.
So there are still ways to gain residency in Portugal,
Yes.
even if you're not looking to invest in property. What other European countries offer attractive golden visa programs?
Hungary recently relaunched its program, introducing appealing fund and donation options. Greece, Italy, and Spain each have their own unique programs, each with its own set of investment requirements and pathways to eventual citizenship.
It sounds like Europe is a real hub for golden visa programs.
It is. Cyprus offers permanent residency through investments in real estate, company shares, or securities. After 8 years of residence, you can apply for citizenship.
So it's a longer-term commitment,
Yes.
but with the potential for a Mediterranean lifestyle and eventual EU citizenship, that's quite appealing.
It can be quite appealing.
Okay, so we've covered a lot of ground here. Just to recap, golden passports are like the express lane to citizenship,
Right.
while golden visas are more about establishing residency first with the possibility of citizenship later down the line. And speaking of goals, I'm curious, what are some of the key motivations driving people to explore these programs? What are they hoping to achieve by obtaining a second citizenship or residency?
Well, the motivations are as diverse as the programs themselves. Some individuals are seeking increased global mobility and the freedom to travel visa-free to a wider range of countries. Others are drawn to the potential tax advantages offered by certain jurisdictions.
So it's about more than just a new passport. It's about expanding your options and creating a life that aligns with your values and aspirations.
Precisely. For some, it's about creating a safety net.
Right.
A plan B in case of political or economic instability in their home country. Others are looking for investment opportunities or a way to diversify their assets. And of course, there are those who are simply seeking a change of scenery and a new cultural experience.
It sounds like there's a program out there for just about everyone, no matter their motivation.
Yeah.
But I imagine it can be overwhelming trying to navigate all these options and figure out which one is the best fit.
Absolutely. That's where research and professional guidance come in. It's crucial to do your due diligence, understand the nuances of each program,
Right.
and seek advice from experts who can help you make informed decisions.
So you're saying it's not a decision to be taken lightly.
It's not.
All right, let's talk about that investment aspects for a moment. What are some of the typical costs associated with these programs? We've touched on minimum investment amounts,
Right.
but are there other fees and expenses to be aware of?
Absolutely. Beyond the initial investment, you'll likely encounter processing fees, due diligence fees, legal fees,
Okay.
and potentially even travel costs.
So it's important to factor in those additional expenses when budgeting for a golden passport or golden visa.
It is.
Okay. And remember, the costs can vary significantly depending on the program and the level of service you require.
Yes, they do.
Now let's address the elephant in the room. We've talked a lot about the benefits and the process. But are there any risks or downsides associated with these programs that people should be aware of?
Yeah, there are some things to watch out for.
Okay, what are some potential downsides to keep in mind?
Well, for one, some countries with these programs might be less stable,
Right.
politically or economically, compared to your home country.
So you could be trading one set of challenges for another.
It's a possibility, and it's something to research carefully. You also need to be ready for the due diligence process, which can be pretty intense. These programs are under scrutiny, so transparency is key.
So it's not just about having the money, it's also about having a clean record.
Exactly.
What other factors should people consider?
Even after you're approved, the rules can change.
Okay.
Governments might tighten things up, increase investment amounts, or even cancel programs.
So there's always an element of uncertainty.
There is.
It sounds like staying informed is crucial.
Absolutely. And don't forget about taxes.
Right.
Absolutely. And don't forget about taxes. Getting a second citizenship or residency can really impact your tax obligations. So talk to the experts.
Okay, so it's not all sunshine and rainbows. There are definitely some serious factors to weigh before taking the plunge.
For sure.
For someone who's intrigued by all this,
Yeah.
what would be the first step?
Well, like we've been saying, you got to know why you're doing this.
Right.
Why a golden passport or a golden visa? Lifestyle, taxes, mobility, something else. Figuring that out will help you narrow down the choices.
So it's all about aligning your goals with the right program.
Exactly.
Research.
Research.
Okay.
There's tons of info online. Articles, websites, consultants.
I imagine choosing those sources wisely is really important.
It is. There's a lot of information out there. You have to be discerning. Compare information from different places. Read reviews. Be wary of anything too good to be true.
Yeah. And like we mentioned before, getting professional guidance is really valuable. Lawyers, financial advisors.
They can give you personalized advice, help you with the details.
Right. It's like having a guide through this new landscape.
Exactly. And remember, even after you choose a program, the journey's not over. The application process can be tough. Lots of paperwork, background checks, maybe even travel for interviews.
So it's not just filling out a form and getting a new passport. There's real commitment involved.
There is. But for a lot of people, it's worth it. Imagine that freedom, having that second passport, knowing you have options, exploring new places.
It's like opening a door to a whole new world.
It is.
What final thoughts would you leave our listeners with today as they consider all these options?
I'd say, remember, this is a big decision, long-term implications. It's an investment in your future. Approach it carefully. Understand the good and the bad.
Well, this has been incredibly insightful, I have to say. I'm feeling inspired.
Good.
It's amazing how many paths there are for people seeking global mobility and new opportunities.
It is, isn't it? It says something about us,
Yeah.
our desire to explore and shape our own lives.
Well said. For anyone listening who's now thinking about this whole golden passport and golden visa thing, I encourage you to embrace the journey, do your research, get expert advice, and most importantly, trust your instinct. This is a decision that could really change your life. So make sure it's the right change for you, aligned with your values and your dreams. Until next time, keep learning, keep exploring, and keep diving deep.
You are listening to Passport Talks, a podcast on how to become a true cosmopolitan, how to travel the world without visas, create a safe haven for your family, and access top-notch education and healthcare with a second passport or residency.